Right, good day, my crafty peeps. A while ago I said, do you want to know what? Well, as far as I know, okay, I'm going to put that disclaimer in there. Years ago, I got introduced to art glitter glue. I've got a big refill bottle because my daily one is a bit manky, quite frankly, but there we are. I got introduced to this years ago, and I'm talking 20, 25 years ago, anyway, a while ago when card making was big, you know. And it was about using this on acetate and glittering the acetate. I don't know how to explain it. I'm really sorry. The ring light is going to do these reflections, but it's a really dark day here today, so if I don't have the ring light on, you're not going to see anything. So yeah, but of course now we use it for everything because it is a really quick drying, very clear glue. There are other brands out there. I've not tried them. I just stick to the one that I know that works, etc, etc. So when I was at the West Point show recently, I picked up this stamp set, and it was from Glitter Greetings, and I also picked up the glitter from there as well because I hate this stuff, so I don't keep it in my room very often. Let's move it out of the sunlight. So I've got a ring light. I've got a green and a sort of white crystally one here. I've put them into these Tic Tac containers. They sell them for craft stuff as well, so I've got a couple. Anyway, I've been having an absolute nightmare with these stamps. I think this is the reason why they were only £2.99, because they don't stamp very well. Let me give you an example. I've been having a bit of a meltdown. So there's one. As you can see, half of it is missing. Let me get the white paper behind it, and then you'll... it did stamp on paper eventually. This is on mixed media card, which it's kind of all right, but I have had to go in with a Posca pen or a what you call acrylic marker pen. I've got the Artix ones. I can see there's gaps there, so I still need to go back, and it was just a nightmare. That's all I'm going to say, really. Yeah, so there's one. As you can see, and this was using my stamping platform as well. This one I did by hand, but again you can see it just... So don't use or buy cheap stamps, okay? So those, I'm afraid, are going to be consigned to the bin because they are so smudgy. This one I actually took the image here and tried tracing it. It's not very good at all. That's the right side, actually. Yeah, but because I did it because I wanted to see if I actually needed to use stays on ink, and this is actually staying, so you don't have to use stays on ink, because what we do is we glue on the back and then the final image is that way. So as long as it stays on while you're doing your glittery stuff, I think you'd get away with just using an acrylic paint pen. All right, I don't know, I'm going to try it. So I'm going to try that one. It's not a very good picture, but again, this is another stamped one. Again, it's just rubbish, absolutely rubbish. So yeah, I'm not going to use those. Basically, what I did do was go through my Christmas stash, which I haven't got a lot of, I'll be honest with you. It's not my season, Christmas. So I've pulled out some things that hopefully I can do in... I've only got white and green glitter, so that's not going to fit on there, so that can go over there. So I've got a flower, which I think will work just being all white. It'd be a white. Let me show you the sheet. I think this is the only sheet that I've got, so I've pulled out this one. No, I don't have any red, but I'm going to use acrylic paint. And then I pulled out that it's going to be a white flower and maybe a green centre or something. It's just to demo it. I'm not I doubt very much these will be used for anything much, but yeah, as you can see, I've had a bit of a stamping nightmare. So I thought, well, I'm going to give it a go with good quality stamps. These are, I'm pretty sure they're indigo blue. I think I did buy their Christmas box years ago, so I'm going to have a go of using those. So I've cut some, I think they're 3¼ inch square. I've lost my bit of stamping foam. Oh, there it is. 3/4 inch square boxes. Stuff's falling everywhere. Boxes, you know, acetate. Flipping heck. I don't know actually what you're going to see much on here, but you know, I'm going to give it a go. Just because I want to show this blooming. Oh. So I did get StazOn ink. It's a good ink to have in your stash anyway, because it is so universal and so black. That looks pretty good. So stamp it on here. Just got to be careful. I think that just slipped. Yeah, you have got to be careful it doesn't slip. If you've got a stamping platform, I got the Tim Holtz ones. I mean, it doesn't matter. Just a stamping platform. You might find you'll have better results. But I wanted to do this by hand for those that do not have one of those. So that's okay. There's a tiny gap there. I will probably fill that in with my marker pen. In fact, I'm going to do it now. So just touch that there. All right, so that's that one. It does take a minute to dry, so put it somewhere safe. I'm going to put it at the back there. I've also got this little Christmas tree. I figured I could do this all green and then just do a white star. And of course, I've lost my acetate. It's just melted into the background. There it is. Where's the other bit gone? Oh, gold. I don't know. Oh, there it is, under there. Right, I'm going to put those there so I know where they are. Oh, it's all good fun, isn't it? Yeah, but to me, because I'm hoping, as I say, I'm going to try that one that I did with the marker pen, the acrylic marker, because that way you haven't even got to worry about having a stamp. You could just freehand something. So just down and don't slip. Yeah, anyway, I thought I promised I'd do this. A couple of people said they want to see it, so StazOn does mark your stamps unless you get it off quickly, and that probably wasn't quick enough. It's probably going to have a little mark on it, but so yeah, if you've got a bit of funky foam, which is what this is, and your blocks, just stick it down. So that's stamped all right. It's not quite as dark as I want it, but it's not too bad. Okay, right, put that there to dry. Give it a quick squeeze with the old cloth. And then holly. And these stamps, I'm pretty sure they have been used. If you get brand new ones, just get a microfiber cloth and just do that, because they sometimes come out with a bit of a coating on them, which can impede stamping. I don't know whether I've used the I don't do much Christmas, so not because I'm bar humbug, it's just a time of year that is got sad stuff for me. So again, straight down and just hold it and don't move. One thing with StazOn ink is make sure you cover it up quickly, because it is a solvent based one. Yeah, and it can dry up rather quickly. You can't do it VersaFine. Did I try it? No, I didn't try it, but I know you can't, because it's got to be something that will work on plastic. As far as I know, I could be wrong, but as far as I know, StazOn is the only one that does that, and it literally stays on. So hence why it's called StazOn. So yeah, if you're quick, you can get it off. Right, okay. That's the stamping malarkey out of the way. So that one actually is stamped not too bad. Your idea is to get a really nice black outline, because that's kind of what you see. Okay, right, I'm going to put those to the back. I'm going to start on this one with the, make sure it's up the right way, with the acrylic pen. So I can feel that this is the side I did the pen work on. So this is going to be my underneath, and that's going to be my top. Let's see if we can get it looking anything like it should do. Oh, it's all sent to try you, isn't it? Right, you do need a bit of scrap paper. I've got some here because you need to be able to tip your glitter back in. Right, so again, the reason why they put the ultra fine nibs on wasn't for junk journals. It was so that you could go in. Let's do the white first, I think, because there's not so much of that. It's so that you can go in and fill in the gaps. So try, you can go over your black lines, but don't go past them, if that makes sense. It's really hard because I've got a really bad reflection going on here. You can always go back and touch up, so don't worry if you don't get it right first time. All right, so just that, and then quickly. Oh, I didn't anti-static it. Oh, here we go. Right, you ideally you want to use an anti-static bag before you do this bit, because otherwise it might stick in places where you don't want it to. But just like that, settle for a minute, and then turn it over, give it a gentle flick. Have I got tons stuck on there? I'm not seeing tons. Right, and then obviously you then tip this back into your white pot. I'm probably going to send the camera batty by doing it under there, so I'm just going to move it to the side. And then you spill glitter everywhere because I'm an absolute pleb with this stuff, which is exactly what I've just done, which is why it's a banned substance in my craft room. I'm not going to lie, I am an idiot with it. Right, so, yeah, see that it's still... Ugh. Right, and then, obviously, I'm going to go in and do the green bits now. Again, I've got it the same side up, if you like. And again, this is the side where I drew. So, because I've drawn on this side, even though I'm going over this, it will still show the other side. I really am hoping I'm going to make sense when I'm doing this. I'm not the best at explaining things. Again, you can go over because you're going to see them the other side, if you know what I mean. Right, you don't need tons, just a little bit. I'm going to put that needle in there because it's a pain otherwise. Go in. Oh, for God's sake. Right, go there. Right, green. You'll do. I don't know where the other one's gone. I think it's underneath. So again, looks like you're using lots, but you're not. You can wait until the other one's dry if you want to. I clearly did not. Just going to give it a minute to grab onto the glue. And we'll give it a flick. Now it still looks white because obviously the glue is wet. I am going to anti-static the next ones. So yeah, it kind of look, oh, that didn't work. Just let the glue dry. So make sure you put it to the side. Glitter side up, so it's got time to dry. Again, I'm going to send the camera batty, so let me just I couldn't have got smaller pots for my glitter, but this is all I had handy, I'll be honest with you. So I'm just going to see if I can carefully get that in there. So you get the method. I'm going to do the others, but I'm going to whiz through it. Look, see, glitter. No, I haven't got one of those little vacuum things. That's exactly what I need, but I haven't got one. Right, this is yeah, failed prints of Annie's octopuses. Right, these should have dried. You will see there's a little bit of beading there. That's not too bad. Are you dry? I think you are. And did you dry? Yeah. Right. I'll try and keep it off the image underneath. So I'm going to speed you up. I'm going to do these three and then we'll just let them dry. I'm pretty sure this is the stamped side. Yeah, this is the inky side. So yeah, I'll speed you through this bit. Right, we're all glittered. Sorry I disappeared. Postman knocked. Why? At all the inconvenient times. So, anyway, never mind. Right, so now they should have well and truly soaked up what they're going to soak up. You might have noticed I forgot to use my anti-static bag quite a lot. It's just one of these things. Got the wrapper here somewhere, hold on. It's, I can't even remember where I got this from. It's the first time I've used it. I got this from Creative Craft Products. All you're after is called anti-static bag, and basically it just stops. I don't know if you can tell, you can't really see if I hold that there. See the glitter sort of stuck there, but that's fine. It just wipes off at the end. Right, so I think I got it all in all the bits. I don't know if you noticed it starts to pull away, so you might need to sort of go back in places and just fiddle around with it. But you can do them en masse as I'm doing here. But obviously just watch what colours you're using. Again, I'll wipe around those with a soft brush. Yeah, but you see I just went straight over all the lines because you're still going to see them through because we're looking at the other side. It'll all make sense when it's all dry, don't worry. Right. Let me put that there. I'll knock the white onto here and then right, so now we just need to let that all dry. Even though art glitter glue is quick drying, it does take a little bit of time because obviously, although the anti-static bag didn't really make much difference there. What was I saying? Yeah, you need to let it dry because obviously it's working on plastic. It's not working on paper and card where it, and you know, it's more or less quite instant, I'll be honest with you. But yeah, again, disclaimer, this is the first time, this is the project or the process that I was first introduced to when using art glitter glue. And they were like, oh, you got to have it. This particular lady that sold me the glitter, she had her own make of it, if you like. But I thought, well, I've got tons of art glitter glue because, as I say, I did buy this massive refill bottle, which is going to last me years. I know when I was getting all ready, I thought, where did I get that from? And I really can't remember where I got the big bottle from. So anyway, I'm going to stop yabbering, pause you until this little one is dry. Let me just grab it. You can start to see the colour coming through here, and that will be, you know, you'll see all of that once the glue is dry. So I'll bring you back when it is. Won't be long. Right, well, here's the final result. As you can see, the glue is all dry. I did leave it overnight basically, so once the glue dries, all the glitter comes through. And the nice thing is that the glitter's on the back. So I have mounted the other ones. So when you mount your piece, these are 3-fold cards. They're A6 trifold photo aperture card blanks. There you go, it slips off the tongue. Yeah, so all the glitter is in the back here, so your front is completely smooth. So it's not going to rub off. Might fall off a bit in the background, but you know, let's not worry about it. Yeah, so that's that one. That's the tree. See, that one's stamped really well. But anyway, as you can see all the black lines. If they're not black enough for you when you stamped it, you can, you know, I've shown you can go over it with an acrylic marker pen, which is what that is, and it stayed perfectly all right with the glue. So I've just done some scrappy bits of gel print in the background of these ones, and that's the little flower. Again, you know, all the glitter, which is very glittery, is trapped inside. So yeah, you just stick the card round and it leaves yeah, you can completely seal it if you want to. I tend not to bother. So there we are. This is what are my first projects that I ever done with art glitter glue. They were printed acetates, which I think you can still get everywhere, but if you want to make your own, I think that would be great. Just use an acrylic pen, trace a pattern that you like, glue it up with the glue, and then obviously layer your glitter. I didn't have any red, so I just used an acrylic marker. I just got the white and the green because I can't stand glitter. Anyway, there we are. See, look, it's everywhere. You know, I'm not even trying. So, well, I hope you enjoyed that, and I hope that kind of gave you a bit of... This is the first time... this was the first way I ever used art glitter glue, and I've never looked back, basically. So there we are. Hope you enjoyed it.